had, now I've just titled this The Elite Meeting, because it was a meeting. Now, Nick and Jack had been asked to go for a meeting at Kenny's house. They knock on the door, and a work-dressed and non-goofy knack. I'm just going to say knack, because I can't remember how to say the word. Anyway, Knack answered the door, and he's dressed like what you would expect to see Jerry Lynn dressed in backstage. He's got the chinos on, the black polo shirt. He looks very professional. There's no baby oil. There's no goofiness. There's no jokes. It's just Knack in his work clothes. He answers the door, and he took the Bucks to a waiting area. Now, in the waiting area, there is a hilarious painting of, you can just barely see Kenny peeking over Matt's shoulder there. It's just a hilarious painting of Kenny and Don Callis. But it's like an oil painting, but what they've done is they've took like the bodies of two like Chippendale male strippers, you know, like half dressed, zip open, showing a bit of pube, and they've took that and they've put Kenny Omega and Don Callis' head on that, then oil painted it. It is hilarious. I thought it was brilliant. It is probably funnier and better, more well done than the famous Y2J and Kevin Owens painting, you know, when you did that on the friendship ceremony. I think this is probably a funnier painting, but art is art. It is subjective. I'm willing to be wrong on this one. So Don Callis appears. The Bucks first of all ask what the painting's about, and Callis is just like, it's a birthday gift. The Bucks are like, his birthday's in October, and he's like, hey, I'm a good friend. We don't need to have a birthday to give people a gift, do we? And it goes on like that. It's clear that Callis is trying to control Kenny's life, because what he does here is he tells the Bucks that Kenny's a busy person. He's just kind of needing, and he needs the Bucks out of his life. He's trying to move on with his life. And Dawn then tries to pay the Bucks off to leave Kenny alone. She's like, what? Like, what are you doing, Don Callis? And they're like, what? So he gives them both a check, and first of all, the Bucks are like, what the hell? What? This is just insulting. I mean, not only are you trying to like tell us to not be friends with our best friend, but you give us a check that we made more last week. And he gives them another check, and then hilarious, they're like, dude, we worked for the company on these checks. We know they're not worth anything. Of course, the company being Impact, which is quite funny, a bit of an inside joke. And it just keeps going, and the Bucks get pretty offended. Now, before things got heated, and this is important for this little bit, Marvez was on the scene with the Bucks for some reason. I've got no idea why. Marvez's gimmick for this episode just seemed to be that he was just appearing out of nowhere with a microphone to do interview segments. Like, at Kenny's house, for instance, he just appears. Like, okay. Regardless, Don ejected Marvez. He sent Marvez to the dungeon, a wrestling room in the basement. Told him not to be scared. There was a cameraman obviously there with the Bucks as well. What Callis done is he took the mic from the cameraman, and then he told the cameraman to go away downstairs. Now, he took the cameraman and he sat it in the corner of the room. So, and this is where we got to see Callis saying all this stuff to the Bucks and all that. So, it's been shot as if the cameraman's not there, and this is found footage. So, it's like found footage we weren't supposed to see, right? So, after the bit where Callis tries to pay the Bucks off and everyone gets angry, something happens. They start getting really heated, but the camera kind of goes dark. You can't see what's happening. And this is what this shot here is. This shot here is from the camera that's not supposed to be on, if you get me. So we don't know who's, like, for instance, this camera is not meant to be on. So the Bucks don't know they're being recorded here, right? Or that's what we're being told. Don Callis knows he's recording things here because he's the one that specifically took the camera off them and put them down there. So we've got Don Callis kind of engineering this found footage situation, which is interesting in itself. It just kind of shows you, it's a good way to show how much Don Callis is trying to twist reality around Kenny and just twist reality around everything. But regardless, the Bucks start getting angry, and the picture just goes dark for some reason now, and you hear what sounds like the Bucks attacking Don Callis. Now we've got no way of knowing who, if anyone, was attacked or what happens here because it goes dark. Not only that, we have to remember here that this what we're seeing above, this is all engineered by Don Callis. So with this bit being engineered by Don Callis and him having control of this camera, he's the one that engineered, or did he, the camera going dark? Did he engineer the sound that made them sound like him getting beaten up? We don't know. We don't know if the Bucks just left here. We know that they take their jacket off and they're getting heated, but we don't actually know what happens. This was done brilliantly. It's just perfect for setting up stories and for keeping things going on. I mean, did the Bucks hit Callis or is something else afoot? We just have to wait and see. Brilliant. I loved it.